Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah. Word up, everybody. Word up. Word up. Word up. What is good? What is good? So we are just hanging out, chilling, doing our thing, trying to get back at it. We are having a beautiful day here in New England. um, yeah. So, hey there. Hello, Triton. Hey, Suzanne. What's happening? We have we have I guess a bunch of exciting stuff. Um, yeah, I mean we do. So we got some exciting stuff happening. Morning, John V. Oh yeah. So welcome to Freeform Friday. We talk about anything and everything, and we are opening the tiki bar this week. We've been getting it set up. We have ran a few trial runs um, just to make sure everything's dialed in. You can, there it is. It's ready to go. Got the mini fridge over here, ready to go. Um, so we'll be getting to that in just a little bit. But I hope everybody here is doing well. It has been an extremely busy time of year for me, especially since the election. As you all know, I do work for the federal government and return to work and all kinds of craziness in the world. I have been at 12-hour work days since pretty much January 20th. So by the time I get home, I would say most days during the week, Monday through Friday, I probably, on a really good day, I have about 4.5 hours before I am in bed, going to sleep to get up to do it all over again. So my days have been very, very long, which is why I've not been able to stream a whole bunch. But hopefully going forward, my craziness will die down a little bit at work, and it will allow me to get back to doing this, which is great. We are in the process um, of starting a small business here. Stephanie and I are. So that will hopefully allow us to maybe bring a little more content frequently. It would be great if on my ride home from work, which is typically give or take anywhere from an hour and 20 minutes to 2 hours, depending upon the day. Hopefully, that'll be a point in which I can stream a little bit more, which would be great. So, probably be getting a lot of car rides for about an hour, um, just to kind of see what's shaking out, and then hopefully by the time the summer rolls around, we'll be able to travel a little bit more. It's just right now with my work schedule is not it's not allowing for a lot of that to happen. You like the Bucky's ad, huh? I love me some good Bucky's. It is it is like the Four Seasons of gas stations. I did not see the smiley moon this morning. So hopefully that's the plan, and we'd be doing a little more traveling, not even just back and forth to Disney World, but hopefully a lot of other different places that we've been kind of talking about wanting to go and do stuff, and So there will be no tutu dancing. Definitely not. No tutus. Maybe dancing, but no tutus. We were actually supposed to be in Disney this week. Today would have been our last day before we came home. Um, well, I guess at some point today we would have started home, but with not knowing for our a good healthy portion of time since the beginning of the year up to probably in the last 3 or 4 weeks, um, you know, we weren't really sure what was going to happen in terms of like a reduction in force for the federal workforce. So, with the unknown, we canceled this week. We did have Old Key West booked, but we decided to cancel that. We booked August. We have a handful of points. So now things have kind of worked themselves out a little bit more. We're now trying to plan on what to do with our remaining points for the rest of the year. So hopefully we'll get a little sneak down there, long weekend maybe, and get down there just to kind of relax and enjoy ourselves. I saw they canceled the Run Disney in Anaheim. Is that construction in Anaheim, or is that because of the construction in the Disney parks? That is a question that myself and Lindsay had asked about. We saw they canceled and we are like, oh. But speaking of, I will go with you to Steakhouse 71. The parks. So, fun fact is that the co-host signed us up for another run. So, in October, the whole Fat Turtle Race team will be running the 10K on the Saturday for Wine and Dine. And then on Sunday, the three ladies will be running the half. So that's kind of an exciting thing. A little bit of a surprise. When the window opened, of course, all the 5K, which is what I would probably prefer, were taken. So when Lindsay was booking stuff, it was either a 10K or a half. And I said from now on, my top is a 10K. That's it. I've done one. I know I can do it. So I'm gonna do the 10K. So we will start trying to diet, exercise, and trim down and kind of ramp up my legs here. In the next couple of weeks, the weather, as you can see behind me, these trees don't do it justice because they're always green. But if I turn the camera around, you're going to start to see we're finally getting blooming. It's starting to happen on a lot of our trees. The weather is finally getting nice where it's, for the most part, during the day, mid 60s to 70. The nights are only getting down to about 45 to 50. So the weather's turning, which will allow for, better outdoor exercise. Oh, she did the 10K. She went to the, was it the Springtime Surprise? Was she at a couple weeks back? And Triton, I am on that same diet. So that's the plan for October is to get ready. We'll run the 10K. The 10K route is a little different because it doesn't go up to the castle. So the only time you get up to the castle is for like the half or the full marathon, depending upon what you've signed up for. The 10K, they run you out of Epcot and they run you west almost towards over towards like Animal Kingdom, and then you make a loop and come back before you even get to another park. And then they shoot you into the um, back into Epcot, and to finish up, you run in through the west side of Epcot, run around the countries, and run down towards the ball and out the east side. It's going to be behind Test Track, and then you finish. Um, so it's definitely a different route. Yeah, the meadow was nice looking. Um, I am, I guess, a little not concerned, but I am definitely curious because for the springtime surprise, and as you guys know, we were down there for marathon weekend. And then I've also heard the same thing with Disneyland. It seems Run Disney is becoming almost a little unhinged in terms of the amount of people they are allowing to sign up and run. So I've read a lot, and it seems to really be a bigger problem at Disney World, where people are lining up and they get out and they run, and it's the same thing. I am seeing like people that have done this for years now, years and years, are saying they've never seen a crowd as big. They've never seen they've never seen it where if you're in the last one or two corrals, you're walking a majority of this race, which is terrible because the balloon ladies are right there and the sweepers are right there, and people saying that they didn't really have enough running room to kind of get a good lead on the sweepers, so they're not getting swept up. I've read a lot about busing issues where people are getting up and out on time at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning to go and catch their bus, and they're still late because the buses are getting delayed with construction and getting lost and just total traffic jams, and that people were missing their corrals. So instead of starting in like say C or D, they end up starting in E or F, because they couldn't get there on time to get into their proper corral. So that is a little, I guess, a little concerning, right? So, and I'm also reading statistics that seem to be pretty steady, where Disney's allowing, give or take, somewhere in the neighborhood of 15,000 people per race. And that is an incredible amount of people. And if you've ever been to Disney World, the roads there are super wide, but with 15,000 people on them, they're not wide enough. It's just so that's something that's kind of got me going like, but they're making millions and millions of dollars per race just on the entry fees alone. Never mind the merchandise. So I guess it makes sense that they want to pack more people in. But I will tell you, in the reunion area, which is at the end of the race, you cross the finish line, and you go over and you pick up your stuff and your clear bag from the holding trailers that they have, which is actually a really great system the way they have it laid out. It's super convenient. It's super easy. But then when you get out of there, you walk into like this big area that's athletes only, and they hold off the rest of the crowd, right? So as an athlete, you can stand there. As a runner, you can stand in this area, kind of catch your breath. Nobody's coming in to see you. And they have it delineated with lines on the ground and barrels, and there are people there keeping the non-running folks out of it. And it's a really big area. It's like the size of a football field. You walk out of that area into the reunion area proper, and that's where you can reunite with your family and your friends. And they have they have a food vendor there with a big food and beverage table. You can go get your post-race beer and stuff. But there are so many people in that reunion area that it's near impossible to get anything. Like the lines when we were there in January were so incredibly long. We were like, nope, nope, beer's not happening. They had a couple of food trucks there. The same thing. The lines were incredible. A couple of the food trucks were running out of food. So, you got your 15,000 runners plus all of their family and friends that show up. That is a lot of people. So, my hope is that, if they're going to expand the number of people they allow to participate in this thing, that maybe they're going to expand the services. I will say, plenty of bathrooms. There was never a shortage in the holding area and the post race reunion area. Along the parade route, along the race route, right? Um, I would say that they could probably do a little bit better. Um, the and I think the ladies would agree with me, is that the bathrooms were not plentiful along the race route. So at the end, great. In the middle, not so much. A lot of people running from the woods back into the race, if that gives you an idea. But anyways, gonna go down in October and do that. We'll be there in August. Myself, Stephanie, Stella will all be down there in August. We're gonna do a week down there. Thought about Epic Universe. I think we're gonna wait a while because I think it's gonna be really crowded. So maybe waiting, 6 months to a year. Maybe the crowds will be a little more subdued when we finally go. But Stella and I really want to do Nintendo Land. I would love to go and do the monsters area too, because that seems really interesting to me. So there is no waffling part 2 going on. I won't fall for that again. I agree, John. I think you are correct. It'll be packed for a year, especially now where they've allowed you to buy a single day ticket. So, and I think they did that because it was the same reason we weren't going to go initially. So initially you said, oh yeah, we'll go, but they were making you buy a multi-day ticket. And we were like, yeah, no, we don't want to do multiple days down there because we obviously were going to be at Disney, right? So it wasn't worth it. And then they offered, they're offering now a single day ticket. And that, of course, is going to increase capacity because I'm sure there are way more people who just want to go there to check out and experience it than not. So, yeah, I predict also it'll be solidly packed every day for a year before it tapers off. So we're going to wait a little bit. Some of the reviews I see too from people that are Universal people that do it all the time, and some of the theme park vloggers do not seem very impressed with it. So I'm like, I don't know. Universal will be multi-day now with extra gate. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I don't know. I mean, I would probably, if I was a Florida resident, I would definitely make sure I had an annual pass where I could get in and out of the place, and then just pick and choose times. Like, you go there one day and your whole sole purpose is to just go in and go to Nintendo Land, or just go in and do like the Celestial area or whatever it is, because you can go. But if you're going down there as like a family, like I'm sure a lot of the tourists are, right? And you're only there for a week, you would need multiple days in that park, I feel, because it's going to be so crowded. So, but that'll be coming probably next year. We'll let it flesh itself out. We are looking to maybe upgrade our streaming technology. I am looking into a pair of wearable glasses to try to stream with. The technology exists. There's a real funky way that you've got to get everything to kind of work together to do what I need it to do. But I think it'll be an incredible way to really enjoy a first-person view of a lot of different things that we do. So, we now here, in terms of live streaming, we have a commuter rail here now. Finally, that's like, I don't know, 4 or 5 miles away from my house. That takes us right into downtown Boston. So you may find us hopping on that commuter rail a bunch to go down there and kind of check out the city. Why is my hat so damn crooked? Jeez. Um, yeah, so that'll be fun because we'll get out into Boston a little more, and there's a lot of neat things to do up there. Just get a 360 cam. I should see if I could live stream with a 360 cam. That would be kind of incredible. I would wear it on top of my head, right? Like this big ball that sits on top of my head. That'd be kind of funny. Hey, so let's do this right now. Let's hit the kegerator for it's almost lunchtime here. I think it's a healthy way to start things off. So let's see here. All right, here we go. All right. So we've got ourselves a little Blue Moon on tap. So that is our first keg. We have room for 2 more. So, well, here's to having a happy, healthy enough, and safe spring, summer, and early fall. Hopefully, we get a lot of tiki bar streams in here. So, cheers to everybody. Little Blue Moon to kick the season off. Oh, that's so good. Ice cold, refreshing. Surf Bomb, what's happening? Come on over. The taps are always on. The taps are always on. I got to decide on what my next two kegs are going to be in there. So, and Pierce is missing out. So if you look, that was the original kegerator we had. Was this thing right here. So that was the original. You can see that's where the tap used to be, that silver ring. And that was just single pull. And now we've upgraded. So now the one behind me, it can fit 3 6 barrels in. So what do you guys think? What is your opinion? Throw it in the chat. Tell me what you think my next keg should be. So I got to get 2. Blue Moon's always a good beer because it's drinkable. What did I have? Last year I had some Sam Summer. I had some Bud Light. So what are we thinking? Actually, when I picked up this keg, I was very surprised where Captain Morgan I could get like a 6 barrel of Truly. So that's like that that's that seltzery sort of drink. I was surprised they had it in kegs. I thought you could only buy it in like cans. Ooh, up in Holyoke. It's a couple hours from me going west, but yeah. Yep, that's out this way. Let's see if I got one. Hold on. Now, these little bad Larrys. These little bad Larrys here, I've taken a shining to. Not this particular one. I prefer the peach tea. But this is Crown and Coke already mixed in the can. Um, I like it. It's a good drink. They make a peach Crown Royal that I love mixing with iced tea. So that is, I buy the big bottle of peach Crown and I get zero sugar Snapple, or I get the Arnold Palmer Light, and I will mix my own to taste iced tea and peach Crown Royal, and it is so stinking good. So good. Chad Jackson. Oh, a keg of Guinness. That's not a bad idea, Chad. That is not a bad idea. Hey, Nick, Red Dragon Studios, what's happening? Um, Cheers to all of you coming in here. We have tapped the kegerator. The Tiki Bar is now officially open. So we're hoping that we can get back into a groove now that works. We're busy, but I am hopefully going to be a little more relaxed at work. Some of my job duties are shifting. My workload will be bigger, but maybe not as hard pressed as I was. GM Red. GM Red. I don't. GM Red. What is GM Red? Huh. I, maybe JW Red, like Johnny Walker. Red Label. What is that one, John V? Now I'm interested. Oh, Chad, that's terrible. Although, good morning, Red, huh? Oh, I got you. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Um, hey, listen, if you all do not belong, you need to go to Facebook. You need to join the Disney Day Drinkers Club, and you can find Chad Jackson all over the place when he's not working. I enjoy the post from that group anyways. It's just a lot of really laid back people, and they're all over Disney property having drinks. But Chad's posts are so awesome to follow on that Facebook page. He's down there getting around, meeting a lot of cool people, going to a lot of the spots that we like to hang out at, enjoying a lot of really good drinks. So make sure you go over there and check it out. There Yeah, Chad, you would know nothing about the Disney Day Drinkers Club, right? Hey, coming in August, if some of you people are going to be down and around in the Disney area, hit me up. Send me a PM on Discord or Facebook or something, and we'll see if we can get a little get together happening. Chad says, I'll be there in August. I'd be living there. You might be around the waffle stand. Is that like a Waffle House? I could go for a Waffle House. I haven't been to a Waffle House in so long. Man, I'll tell you what, that beer tastes good. I'm dogging it today. I spent a lot of yesterday building two sheds to help the to help the local PTO. A bunch of our friends help run the PTO for the elementary, middle school, and they got some storage sheds. So went from about 9:30 yesterday morning till about 3:30, 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. It was hot hot by our standards. It was like 75 and sunny yesterday. So, as New Englanders, we were dying. But then I got home, and like 40 minutes later, the fire tones went off, and we had a structure fire at somebody whose house who I actually know very well. And we were out till like 9:30 last night. Oh, what a long day. My body is so sore this morning doing stuff I haven't done in a while. Whew, man. And I'm exhausted. So Today's a good day to kind of glide, have a couple drinks, say cheers to everybody. Oh, Chad, you got to have a Dad's Electric Lemonade for me, man. I am missing that place. Something terrible. Triton, that could be interesting. Both of us in a Waffle House, me running from you so I don't get pied in the face with a waffle again. And Nick started a new program recently. That's great. Ooh, the toasted. It's a marshmallow old fashioned, huh? I've had an old fashioned there before. It's really good. You know what's really good is they're using the oh gosh, is it Buffalo Trace whiskey that they're using in their old fashions? Nope, it's not that. What's the really good? Oh, I can't remember now. They're using a really good whiskey in their old fashions right now at a lot of the high end and then a couple of the popular spots. And I think the Tune In Lounge is one of them. And their old fashions, oh man. My favorite old fashioned so far, though, um, is the old fashioned in the Villain's Lair. So, um, Top of the World Lounge over at Bay Lake Towers. That is by far my favorite old fashioned. Buffalo Trace, Eagle Rare, E.H. Taylor. Yep, yep. I'd have to go back and look because I think I took a picture of it. Like this would have been going back maybe a year and a half ago now, give or take. We were up at the Villain's Lair to watch fireworks and stuff. And, they burn the wood, they put the glass over it to give it the really true smoke. Then they pour it. And it has the one big round ball of ice in it, which is, oh man, it was so good. Go check out the Outer Rim and see Nick. Oh, really? Okay. All right. We'll have to get over there. When I was there in September, when I was down there with all my guy friends and we were bouncing around, bar hopping basically for like 3-4 days, we went over to the Boatsman and over at the boathouse, and we had an old fashioned there that I would say was probably my number two. I don't know if it's just the way the guy made it. I can't even remember the guy's name. And it was really, really good, though. Not quite as good as Villain's Lair. It was a little more bitey than that one, but boy, it was really something. Dockside. That's a place we had gone to, too. So when you get an old fashioned made right, no going back, No going back. Whoo! All right. Hey, Triton, we could do that. Tokyo Sunset and a Figment ride. I'd be all right with that. Figment's always on my hit list. I got to try to get back on Guardians. I haven't been on it in a couple of trips. Well, I mean, I was on it in September. So went on it then. Actually, all right. So that's a lie. Maybe I've been on it a couple of times. I feel like I haven't been on it in a long time. I do love that ride, Guardians, though. Oh gosh. That shot, that's the one in China, right? If I recall. I don't know, man. I don't know. that whoo, man, that's like gasoline. That is straight gas. I don't know if I could do that. Oh, I've done it before, and oh, it was nasty. Nasty. I mean, I did it, but still, it was tough. Oh, you rode Guardians last week. That's awesome. That's it's got to be my number one ride right now. Out of all the rides in Disney, That is by far my number one. It's got to be. It's and from what I'm seeing, I don't see anything over at the new Epic Universe that's going to rival it. I think you got some good rides in Epic Universe, but I don't know that Guardians ride, man. You haven't. You got to try it at least once. Although you got to be careful, so make sure you can do it. It's pretty intense. I had a couple of friends there this week. They had never done it before, and they were like, they got off of it, and the text message I got was, I was terrified the whole way, but I liked it. So now I need to do it again so I can actually open my eyes and enjoy it. You know what? Tower is I love the theming. I like the ride. The problem is Tower of Terror hurts my back. Oh, you finally did Space Mountain. There you go. Guardians will be nothing. Guardians will be a cakewalk. If you can go on Space Mountain and get shake rattled and rolled around on that ride, because man, you get off of a Space Mountain, they ought to offer you chiropractic services because you've probably got a dislocated limb and probably a crushed disc. Exactly. If you can do Space Mountain, you 100% can do any ride. But I am looking forward to August. Stephanie and I are really trying to target a weekend. I think maybe the two of us are going to go and try to burn off some of our DVC points, and maybe we can get an adult, weekend in there. Long weekend will be good. Did you actually record a 360 on Space Mountain? Because if that's the case, I'm gonna have to go check your channel. Because now I really want to see what that would look like. Because it's really dark in there. CVC. What's CVC? we are looking to, in the very near future, hopefully expand our DVC. But it all takes money. So the the Chad Vacation Club, that's where you permanently move down there, right? That way you're just there all the time, every day. You and Walt should be sharing a bed over there, I think, at this point. There are worse places you can go that cost just as much money as going to Disney. Wow, 7 minutes. That's incredible. Well, next time I get together with all the guys up here and we decide to go on vacation and go bar hopping, we're just going to crash at your place. 7 minutes is close enough in my book. Yeah, go ahead, Triton. Drop that right in there, man. Drop that right in there. And so turning, oh, you live in Celebration. That's awesome. So on top of Disney, as you all know, today, well, it started yesterday, really, but today is round 2 of the NFL draft, which means football season is upon us, which I'm super excited about, at least right now, optimistically. Being a Patriots fan, there really hasn't been much to be excited about for the last few years around here. But it looks like we may be into rebuilding. So you ready for a redeem cheer? But with the NFL being here, I think somehow I got to find time probably on the weekends, because during the week is just so tough with working 12-hour days every day. Is that finding time to do our NFL show again. I'd love to start doing that with Lindsay again, because it's just a bunch of fun to sit around and talk about the NFL. So I am going to be looking to restart that, and it'll probably be on the weekend. So it'll either be Saturday during the day or like Sunday. Sunday's a tough during football season, so it'd probably be Sunday, like in the morning, like 10:30, 11 o'clock, like right before the NFL kicked off all their Sunday games. How about them Cowboys? Are you satisfied with their pick? That's the question. Do you think the Cowboys did justice to their fan base with their pick? Because they picked up, was it Tyler Booker, right? The guard from Alabama was their first round pick. Oh, there was a D3 meetup. That's cool. Yeah, the Cowboys picked up Tyler Booker, the guard out of Alabama. So he'll be good. He'll be good. He's a good gap guy. He'll be really good for the run game there. Till they get rid of Dak, we would be horrible. That could very well be true. What was the D3 meetup event yesterday? I've been dying to make one of those, and I'm just never. I've missed every time I've gone for the last probably 3 or 4 trips. I've always missed a meetup event. It's either happened a day or two before I was there, or like a day or two after I was already gone. I've never hit the sweet spot. Oh, nice. A secret menu at the Polite Pig. I love the Polite Pig. That's a great place to eat. Their barbecue is really, really good. This beer is good, but it's empty. Yes. Yes. If you like bourbon, they have a great selection of bourbon over there. That is the place to get bourbon. And well, we don't want this to get warm. So I guess I'm just going to pop this open. Oh, yeah. Oh, May 4th. That place is going to be packed. Let me tell you what, get there early. It's probably the one day of the year where that park will reach capacity. And if it doesn't reach capacity, it's going to be close. So get there early. Crazy Fools being in Star Wars land on May the 4th. Whew. Good luck. It's already blocked out for APs. I believe it. I would 100% believe that. Chad, what kind of AP do you got? So we got the Sorcerer AP with our DVC. But do you got like one of those Florida APs, or do you got like the full blown Incredipass? Oh yeah, 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 yep. I'll tell you what, that Sorcerer one, that Sorcerer AP is perfect because the blockout dates are really the dates we would never go anyways. It's like the 4 days around Thanksgiving, so it's like what, a day or two before Thanksgiving until like a day or two after, which is fine. And then they block out basically from the middle of December until like January 3rd, which we would never go down there anyways because everybody knows the perfect time to go at the holiday season's like the first or second weekend in December because you get all the Christmas things without really a Christmassy crowd. So yeah, it's really really nice. Yep. Oh, Triton's got a pirate pass. That's great. You're a pirate anyways. That's very fitting. Or you buy a single day for New Year's Eve. How much is the New Year's Eve single day? Because I just saw the new pricing was released. And that Magic Kingdom ticket some days is like $200 a day. Oh, that's not terrible. 120 is easy. That's actually really good. If you look at the if you look at the 2026 pricing for like Disney World, their prices have gone up a little bit, but if you average it out without the hopper, so this is just the straight ticket with no hopper option, the average is like $162 a day, which sounds, I mean, it's expensive, but you're almost like, all right, it's reasonable. Unless you want to add the park hopper in, because the hopper adds another like, it's like $80 per person per day. So that 162 really becomes like 240 by the time you're done. So in theory, based on that simple math, you could spend like over the course of 4 days in a park, you could spend on the average 1 gram per person for a ticket. It is incredible. Chad, you don't get well, you get free parking if you want general parking, right? But you've got to pay if you want the preferred parking, which I think is garbage, by the way. I think that's total BS. It's bogus, but I get it. When we were there in when were we there and we tried to park? We were there. Oh, and we tried parking. We were like, "What do you mean we're gonna pay for preferred? We're annual pass holders." They're like, "Yeah, you get the general parking for free, but." Oh yeah, yeah, yep. The discounted preferred parking is still like $35. I mean, I guess it's better than 50, but you know, oh yeah, Triton. There you go. Yep. Get right up to the front. It does save you some steps, and it saves you from riding that foolish tram. Because I listen, the tram is fine. Stephanie and I have used it before, but it can really just kind of be like it can be a real big pain in the ass sometimes. Oh, nice! You got the water park pass. I like how they're letting you go there the first day on your check-in for a while. So, I think when we go in August, we may actually do that. We may go to the water park for the first half of the day on the Monday that we're there, and maybe enjoy like Blizzard Beach or Typhoon Lagoon or whatever. Um, and then probably go to like Animal Kingdom or something on the back half of the day. Oh, nice. It is. It really is. It really is. Like, so when I was there in September, um, ooh, excuse me, we didn't go to Magic Kingdom, but we went to Epcot for a day and change or whatever. Um, we were at Hollywood Studios, and uh, every time you walk into a park, it is there's just something about it. It is my place of relaxation where everything just kind of falls away and I can relax. I can be myself. Even when we're not going on rides, we like going into the stores. We like enjoying the food. We love people watching. So we love grabbing a drink and just watching people. I will tell you what, one of my favorite things, and there's no alcohol involved, is going into the Magic Kingdom early in the morning, doing that early entry. We go in, we'll walk to the Main Street Bakery, which is now a Starbucks, which I think is foolish. We'll get ourselves breakfast. It's usually a sandwich and a coffee. And then I like walking back down Main Street towards the train station where the flagpole is. And I love just standing around there or sitting on a bench because there is something um there is something, I don't know what like heartwarming, I guess. There is something almost magical when you catch those people that are coming for like the first time, right? And you catch them walking in and they're with their families and they come around that corner and just listening to the conversation and their reaction to seeing Main Street and that castle at the end of it. Um, there is just something really, really cool about that. And to be able to sit on one of the benches there or just lean up against the railing and watch and listen to that, and people have that reaction for the first time, and little kids have that reaction. It is something. If you've never done that before, I'm telling you right now, when the next time you go to a Disney park and you're there early, um, it's better because there's less people. But you could probably do it almost any time of day. Just stand around that flagpole that's just inside, right in front of the train station, and listen to the people talk as they come through about seeing, and you're gonna know right away who the first timers are because it is it is very, very obvious. And just some of what you hear it gives you that moment. You're like, man, that's it. That's it. This is why people come. 80 for a day pass. Oh, to the water park. Oh, or 90 for the year. Yeah, why wouldn't you go with the year, right? Absolutely. Oh. Hey, so I like all the fireworks. A lot of people rave about Happily Ever After, which is a great show. I don't knock it. It's a good show. I like probably the music more from Happily Ever After. I will say the crowd is a bit daunting because there's so many people there. Um, so I don't know. Happily Ever After, I would prefer to watch it at this point from from the top of Bay Lake Tower, at top of the world, Villain's Lair up there, just because there's so many people in the crowd, and so it's a good show. Um, Epcot, I don't know. I guess what they're doing now is still it's better than Epcot Forever. Um, that half broken Disney show they put together right after Illuminations. but it's still not great. They missed the mark. I think now visually, Epcot has a really great visual show that is captivating. It is sort of kind of on par with Illuminations. For me right now, it's the music. The music at Epcot right now uh, is just, it's all slow, moving, very melodic, like ballad type music. When really what they have set up now is they need music that moves, right? So they would have, you know, taken the last show and moved that music up, you'd probably have a better show. They need to change the music because the music for that show at Epcot's just it's okay. It's just not great, but visually, that show is very nice. I like it. At least visually, it keeps you engaged. Now they're using their resources very well. Um, and then of course, Phantasmic. I mean, that's really good music, really good fireworks, and great storytelling, all rolled into one show. That is Phantasmic's just a banging show. I hope someday you can get over to see it. Dallas, what's happening? Welcome on in. Yeah. Yep. Yep. You 100% can tell, Chad, who are the locals, right? And who are the tourists and who are the first timers, right? So if you see all the tourists that have been going for a long time and the locals, they kind of have the same vibe. They're just chilled, laid back. They're doing stuff that nobody else in the park is doing, right? Locals and longtime Disney goers stand out because you look at them like, why are you people doing this? Why are you doing that? If you have to look at somebody in a Disney park and say, bro, what are you doing? They're probably either a local or somebody like me that's been over 50 times. What else? What do we say here in the chat? Oh yeah, that's true, Triton. They go quick. They go quick. Chad, I believe you're correct. It's at least the same money, if not cheaper, to rent from an outside vendor. Yes, just for the day. I would 100% agree with Chad and tell you to price it out because I believe you are going to find a scooter rental company to be cheaper than renting from Disney. It won't be any more expensive, guaranteed. Guaranteed. She's like, I'm working. Don't tell my supervisor. We're drinking. We started off with a beer from the tap to officially open the tiki bar here in the channel. We've now moved on to Crown Royal. Yep. Yep. Yeah. One of the guys that went to Florida with us, he's an older gentleman, and we were looking at it for him because he's had a stroke and stuff. And it was cheaper to rent from it was like Buena Vista Rentals or whatever. And there were a bunch of other companies than it was to actually rent from Disney. Yep. And the scooters were better. They were better quality, you know. Scooter King. Yep. I say it's Friday. We need cheese soup and Scooter Grandma races. Scooter Grandma was the best, wasn't she? She was awesome. And it is Friday. You should all be closing your laptops now, telling your boss work is over. It's noontime right now on the East Coast. That's it. We are done working for the day. It is time to enjoy the weekend. I don't know about where you all are, but the weather here is beautiful right now. It's going to rain all day tomorrow. So, got to enjoy it now. Get it in while you can. Close those laptops. Stop working. Go get yourself a drink. Gonna enjoy the weekend. That's all right, Chad. You have baby steps. We're making baby steps. So, got your work phone with you. As long as you don't need to go on a call in like the next 3 or 4 hours, you're good to go. You're halfway there. You can start to set yourself up for success at this point, I think. Freeform Friday, people. That's what we're talking about. And actually, we may be able to schedule a Freeform Friday a couple of times a month because my schedule now allows me to have off 2 Fridays every month. So every other week, I have a long weekend. And with that being said, maybe we'll be doing some midday streams for Freeform Fridays here on the channel, probably from the Tiki Bar because we'll be waiting for Stella to get home from school and stuff. So, we could. We use Teams at work too, so we could 100% have Teams meetings here. Yep. Imagine that. We're doing a Teams meeting live on YouTube. Hopefully none of your coworkers found it. They'd be like, hey, who's the guy with the beer in his hand sitting outside with the 3 taps behind him over here? Which there's only 2 handles. I need new handles. That's what we're doing. DCMA. Wait. Chad, you work for DCMA? Why did I think you worked for a utility company or something? Oh, I know what DCMA is. Their building is the next parking lot over at the Air Force Base I work at. You work for DCMA? Huh. No kidding. So you understand all the Yep. So I'm gonna look you up in the global address tomorrow, right? Like you need to PM me your work email because this 100% needs to happen. I'm on leave. I'm on vacation. I don't go back to work till Monday. I've been off for like 10 days. So you already looked me up. Did you send me an email yet? Or could you not find it? I don't know why I thought you worked for a utility company doing something with electric. So you you understand when I say we canceled our trip this week where we should be in Disney now due to not knowing if a riff was going to happen, which I've been pretty much assured that I think my job's pretty set. So you 100% need to email me. Actually, I can send you my email address. I'll send you a Discord message. So for those of you that do not have Discord, I do have a Discord channel. Look up the Streamer Society. I just emailed you at work. I'm not going to check it till Monday. I probably got 300 emails to go through anyways, but Oh, we are so going to be having Teams calls now. This could be bad. I have to squeeze you into all my other meetings. I most of my days because of what I do for work, I bounce from meeting to meeting to meeting. Oh, this is wild. This is fantastic. I am 100% invested now. Isn't it incredible? It's like they stack them, man. I swear, people do it on purpose. I got a I got a friend of mine up here that also works for DCMA, so that's funny. I thought about trying to transfer over there, but I don't know how their pay grades work. I got to look because as soon as the hiring freeze is over, my grades I'm getting upgraded. I'm gonna be a 12-13. So I have to look for a non-supervisory GS 12-13 if they don't do the NH pay band. So we need Scooter Grandma to be a short. That's great. Chad, take it, man. Especially if it's non-supervisory. You got to take that. You can't say no. Cannot say no. Now, what works to my benefit here is the locality pay, because on paper it looks great until you realize that we are the second highest expense for living in the country right now. Not so great. Oh, good idea, Triton. Man, wouldn't that be something? Maybe I should make Scooter Grandma a short. I have to put some of that do 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 music in the background or something. Oh, I bet you did. Oh, I bet. I bet. That's one of my fears of trying to move out of this part of the country is, man, the hit. Whoo, that hit. I mean, right now it's, I get an extra 33% and change in my paycheck because of the cost of living, but holy cow. Ooh, 10K, that's a lot. And it's not. There are so many people moving to Florida. So on a total tangent right now, there are so many people moving to Florida that the cost of living is going up, and it's almost on par with living here in Massachusetts. It's gone from being super affordable to now being, I'd peg it to be somewhere around like the mid-Atlantic level cost of living, which is not cheap. It is not cheap, man. Yeah, me too. 100%. That's what I'm hoping for. We'll have to talk about we'll have to have a Teams call. We'll have to have a Teams call. My network is secure, so we'll call you via Teams and we'll have to discuss our job duties. So the friend of mine that works up here for DCMA does a lot of electronics testing. So he does a lot of quality assurance testing electronics and stuff. So, oh, sweet, that's awesome. Can't wait to get back down there. Mm, good deal. Good deal. Wow, look at this. Wow, an hour and 10 minutes already. I've been going a long time, considering I haven't done this in a long time, right? We're going to pour another beer. Oy. Let's see. All right. So, tap. Here we go. All right. Woo! Anyways, cheers to all of you. Thank you all for hanging out. Appreciate it. Like I said, it's been a while. I'd like to get into a regular, a regular rhythm. Hopefully, we will be going out and doing a lot of food and drink reviews, at least here in New England. I mean, I'm going to try to do them everywhere I go, but we have a lot of restaurants and stuff that we're going to try to do. My hope is that um, get some new streaming gear in. Maybe I'll be posting a lot of vlogs, little 5 to 10 minute video reviews of places I can't do live. So that'll be my hope. But cheers. Hopefully, we'll be seeing a lot more of this. Yeah, you do, Chad. I would like to try to get over and try to start streaming on TikTok. So I feel like hold on a minute. Oops. So I may also try Instagram because I want to get a pair of those Ray-Ban. They're like Meta glasses. So I know they definitely stream, obviously on Facebook, but also Instagram. And I'd like to try them on TikTok, I guess. YouTube, you can do it, but the setup is a little lengthy, so I got to kind of flesh that out a little bit. Chad, your videos were great. Start back with them, man. You had some good stuff. But I do believe that I would like to try it. Let me drop. So if you all hold on, let me find it. It's here somewhere. So if I go to my channel, Freeform Fridays. All right, here we go. So now if you guys all go to here on TikTok, if you could all go and follow me there, that would be great. If you have not already, but I will also, whoops, here we are. So I will also try to get you my, whew. So go and look up this. There you go. So if you got Instagram, you can go there and you can find me there. And I think those are going to be the two places that I try to really hit up from now on, especially once I get these glasses up and going. So get me. Oh, okay. How about if you all went to, and now maybe you don't have this either, and that's okay. We are just giving you, look me up on Facebook. Is there no way to copy this? Really? Come on, Facebook. Huh, that's interesting. You can all find me on Facebook too. And my hope is that the software between Streamlabs and StreamYards and all these other things will allow me to stream to all these places at the same time. Do I have a MySpace? I did have a MySpace at one point. The forerunner to all social media. But I do firmly believe that, YouTube is going to be my main platform for streaming. I do believe that the Meta glasses, I'll be able to do it. I just got to play around with it a little bit, make sure the settings are right. Netscape Navigator. Netscape Navigator isn't loading TikTok. He's got Netscape Navigator. Oh my word. That's incredible. Love it. Love it. Hey, you laugh? I still have an AOL email account that I use all the time. If AOL goes away, I'm losing tens of thousands of emails. I mean, I have a Gmail and stuff too, but yeah. Yeah, I'm old. Hashtag old. Oh, yeah. Well, you got mail. Remember that? I had to make sure nobody was on the phone. I was in an AOL chat room in my, well, we won't say how old I was, but I was very young, too young to be in a chat room asking for ASL. And if you know what that means, you're probably as old as I am. Oh, man, that was the worst. Somebody pick up the phone, or you'd have to, hey, I want to use the internet. Can you get off the phone? And then, so we got tired of kicking each other off the phone. So my parents went out and got a second phone line specifically for our dial-up 256K modem. That was, the size of a toaster oven back then. Those things were massive. Cheers, everybody. We are having a relaxing recovery day from yesterday. The 56K modem. Yes. Yes. And what was the other one? Was it Netscape? No. What was the Napster? Napster first came out, downloading all of your music to go and DJ with when you had a computer and burning CDs. Napster. Yep, that was it. I DJ'd a lot off of Napster. I was like, why am I going to go and buy all these CDs when I can download it from Napster? I had a CD burner at the time. I would just burn the CDs and then I'd go and DJ weddings and all sorts of stuff. It was awesome. Yeah, it was wild times back then on the internet when it was still a baby learning how to belly crawl. Loading games on the yes, the Commodore 64. I had one of those. And if you were really rich and had a lot of money, you had a Tandy. Remember those? The Tandy? The floppy disk. Yeah, with the Oregon Trail. Yeah, everybody got dysentery. You broke a leg. Your oxen died. A wheel broke and fell off your wagon. You were fording the river and everybody drowned. The good old days for sure. That's funny. Well, I'm going to wrap up here. I can't listen. Thank you all for hanging out with me. I hope we get to do this a lot more. Ooh, the Quest games, those were good series. Hopefully we'll be hanging out here a lot at the Tiki Bar every other Friday off and having some good times. A little more streaming coming from my car, probably in the afternoons, right around 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. Be about an hour for the ride home. So, when you see me flip the camera on, just bounce on in, say hello, hang out for a little bit. The car will probably be driving itself, so I'll be able to talk for a little while. And there goes work. Now that we have Teams, yeah, my work could be destroyed at this point. This could be bad. But yeah, hey, listen, cheers from the Tiki Bar. Thanks for hanging out. We're gonna try to get back into regular streaming now that work is kind of settling itself out after a few hot months since the beginning of the year. And yeah, so hopefully we'll see you all soon. So peace and chicken grease here from the Tiki Bar. Thanks for the balloons. I love it. We will see you all very soon. Thanks, everybody. Cheers. Have a great weekend and happy Freeform Friday.